Hi, I'm Kirly-Sue, and today I am making a recipe that was suggested to me by a friend of mine called Maureen. So Maureen, you asked me to make Seitan, spelled S-E-I-T-A-N. Now, I'm a practicing Christian, so I really struggle with the name because it sounds like Satan, but it's not the same thing. Obviously, one is not good and one tastes good. So that's the difference. So Maureen, just for you, this is how I make, I'll call it Seitan. Alright, let's get started. So for this recipe you're going to need 2 cups of vital wheat gluten, which is also sometimes called gluten flour, 1 cup of nutritional yeast flakes, 1 teaspoon of cumin, that's the ground cumin like this. What it looks like here. 1 teaspoon of pimientos, so a teaspoon of these and you just crush them. Half a teaspoon of smoked paprika, some of that, and 1 teaspoon of sage. I think that's just about a teaspoon I've got left there. Half a teaspoon of black pepper, I've got freshly ground black pepper there, and 2 tablespoons rather, of everyday seasoning. It's called Caribbean everyday seasoning, or sometimes it's called all-purpose seasoning or seasonal. So those are all your dry ingredients. For your fresh ingredients, you're going to need 2 cloves of garlic, and you're going to chop them finely or mince them. Now you need 2 large tomatoes. Now I didn't have 2 large tomatoes, so just like a handful of these vine tomatoes would be fine. Then you need 3 to 4 stalks of spring onions, or in some countries this is called scallion. And we also need a couple of sprigs of fresh thyme. And that's all of your fresh ingredients. Your wet ingredients, you need 1/4 cup of ketchup, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Now I don't usually use soy sauce, I usually use this Bragg's Aminos instead, so 2 tablespoons of this instead, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 2 cups unsweetened coconut milk. This is the tinned one, but I've got some fresh ones, so I think I'm going to use the fresh coconut milk. And also 1 tablespoon of coconut oil, and this is my own brand of coconut oil, available from amazon.co.uk. Just look for this brand, Kirly-Sue's Kitchen Raw Organic Virgin Coconut Oil. Oh, and I forgot to say, in the fresh ingredients you also need 1 red onion chopped. So that's all of our ingredients. So we're going to preheat our oven to 325 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about 160 degrees Celsius, or gas mark 3. Place all the dry ingredients into a bowl and give it a good stir so that all the ingredients are combined, so the flavors penetrate throughout the whole of the mixture. Oops. Yeah. We'll give it a good stir there to make sure everything is lovely. It smells nice already, actually. So yeah, give it a good mix like this. Yep. Put all of the fresh ingredients into a blender. Now when it comes to the thyme, you don't need the stalk, just the little green bits. You just pull those off. So they're kind of like the teeny tiny looking leaf things. You just need those. So pull all of those off into your mixture, like so. You can just run your finger down it like so. Yeah. And that gets off all of the little leaves and gives you all the flavour that you need. add your blended fresh ingredients to your wet ingredients. Sorry, no, blended fresh ingredients to your dry ingredients, like this. And we're blending it because it will mix into the dough that we're going to make much better. So, and then you're going to get all those lovely flavors in the mixture. There. Next, add all of your wet ingredients, so your ketchup. If you haven't got ketchup, you can actually use tomato puree or tomato paste, as they call it in America. But I'm using ketchup today because that's what I have. And our liquid aminos. So we're having 2 tablespoons of that. One and 2. That gives it a nice flavor and it's very healthy as well. And 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And then 2 cups of coconut milk. So that's 1 cup of coconut milk. And here's our second cup. And then lastly, we need 1 tablespoon of raw organic virgin coconut oil. There. And I almost forgot, 2 tablespoons of seasonal. And there we have everything that we need, and we're going to mix all of this together. This is gonna taste so good. I can't wait to try it. Yeah. We need to make this into a dough, so we're going to add a bit more flour. We just add a bit more of the same gluten flour to make it into a dough. See, it's coming together here like a dough now. I can smell those lovely smells. I just need a bit more. Yeah, that's coming together nicely now into a dough. And then we're going to turn this out onto a counter and knead it for several minutes. So what you do next is flatten out the mixture onto a baking tin like this and do it as flat as possible, and you're going to bake it in the oven for about an hour. So this is what it looks like after 1 hour. And the texture is quite soft, so now I'm going to cut it into small pieces. And this is the finished product of our baked seitan. Don't forget to click and subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you next time.